Learning and development is a core part of our offer. As far as possible, we like to design and deliver bespoke L&D programs for our clients because we really believe that each client's needs, each group's needs is highly individual, and what works in one company might work differently somewhere else. So behind the process of design is a process of collaboration where we're really working with our client to understand what the needs of their people are and how best to engage and educate and inform their people, to skill up their people in the ways that they need. So firstly, our L&D programs are bespoke. Secondly, they're experiential. We really believe that adults learn best through active engagement in the material. We combine some classroom-based teaching, which is as far as possible experiential, with opportunities to engage and to practice, both in the workplace or outdoors, in a number of different contexts. But getting the engagement of people through giving them meaningful activities that can translate directly back to the place of work is important to our philosophy. At the same time, we can't always learn just in a classroom or an away day environment. So interspersed with in-person learning and development events, we design and deliver a number of virtual learning tools, film, audio, webinars, and so on. And that virtual offer really backs up and supports the in-person learning and development offer that we have. Another feature of the learning and development service that we provide is that we are really passionate about new ideas. We, of course, use classical ideas because if something really adds value, we want to make sure that that value is communicated as far as possible. But really, you don't learn new things if you don't take new action, and exposing our clients to leading edge new ideas is exciting for us, and it gives a particular impetus to the work. Lots of the people that we work with, including some very experienced and senior people in different organisations, have often come across tried and tested management development processes before. Our tools, because they're experiential, because they're bespoke and personalised as far as possible, and because we work with leading edge ideas and communicate in ways which really value the learning relationship, the work that we do really has traction. At the same time, we have to be pragmatic. Not every organisation wants a personally designed programme, say on change management or facilitation skills. So we have, in some instances, a core body of knowledge which we impart, but nevertheless, the way that we communicate that has to be different each time. The way that we bring our own interest in the subject to the relationship and to the learning environment is different each time. So there's always a freshness about what it is that we're engaging with, whatever the content, whatever the client. One of my interests in my work and in my life actually is transformation. I'm really fascinated by the processes of change through which people or organisations or whole communities can really be different. And I see a great need for that in our lives all the time. And I was doing about 4 years ago some doctoral research on transformation. And I was reading a lot of scholarly articles, but I went off-piste and found one fantastic kids' book called The Velveteen Rabbit, written by Marjorie Williams, and it grabbed me. It's the story of a toy rabbit who longs to be real, and he goes on a quest in this nursery to be real, because what he realises is the little boy that he's been bought for as a Christmas present is really important to him, and he wants to be loved and he wants to feel love. So he goes on this quest with a couple of the other characters in this nursery story to find out how to become real. The culmination of the story is his realisation that love makes you real. And that just blew me away. And I started to reflect from that point on some of the work that I do, and I realised that love is the thing that is the most transformational human experience. You know, when you're in love, when you feel loved, you feel like you can do anything. It completely changes you. And yet in our organisations where there's such a focus on change, I really couldn't find in my 20 years of experience of working in different corporations and public sector organisations, I couldn't really find any reference points. And I got intrigued by that. I wondered what it would be like to be part of an organisation that you could love to life, just as the Velveteen Rabbit was loved to life by this little boy that owned him. And it started as a creative idea, a creative insight. It started to raise all sorts of possibilities, which really changed the way that I worked. Welcome to the Meus website. My name is Ty Francis. I'm the founder and director of Meus. Really, we're a community of practitioners, of social scientists, management consultants, creatives, graphic designers and filmmakers who have come together to enable transformation. That's really what we're about, transforming people as individuals, organisations and whole communities. The 4 key services that we provide are change management, corporate communications, innovation consultancy and learning and development experiences. We were founded in 2010. We're based in Chester in the northwest of England, although our work is international. We're called Meus because it's important to us that we work not just on personal awareness, on the me, but on an awareness of our impact on others, on the us. So all of our work invites us, leaders, project managers, people in communities, leaders of all different organisations and parts of society, to engage with themselves in service of others. I hope as you go through the website, you'll not just take time to read about our services, but each of the series of videos that you'll find scattered throughout our pages have me sharing some concepts that are important and which underpin our work. And if anything that you come across intrigues you, inspires you, interests you, please feel free to get in touch. I hope you like what you see. Ultimately, our work results in personal, organisational and social transformation. Along the way, however, what we see, some of the benefits that our clients obtain from working with Meus are better quality ideas, improved forms of communication, greater engagement by project teams and work teams on special assignments, better collaboration, whether that's collaboration between different levels of the organisation or within a team or across different stakeholder groups. And for me, one of the most significant benefits of our work is personal and professional renewal. What I mean by that is that the greatest value I think that clients obtain is in seeing how they can make a difference through more fully being themselves, drawing on their own leadership, whatever level of the organisation they're in, and making a greater contribution. And the thrill that people get from seeing their potential and drawing on their potential and making a contribution together towards something that's meaningful for them really lights them up. And I think that that aspect of renewal is a significant outcome of the ways that we work. The ability to bring very diverse groups of stakeholders and interested parties together to share ideas, to share different needs and requirements, different agendas, and to get some sense of the fact that each individual's agenda can be met, but collectively there is going to be great benefit for everybody if the collaboration is successful. That lights individuals up for sure. So for me, working on social innovation is an important aspect of what Meus does. But those people involved on social innovation projects then have to go back to their own organisations very often and continue to report back in, get resources back from the organisation. So part of the way that we work on social innovation projects is not just to bring together the project team and to equip it with the relationship skills and the project skills and the motivation and purpose in order to achieve a social outcome, but also to work with the stakeholders on the project teams within their own organisations and translate what they're doing back in meaningful ways. So there is, in any social innovation project, there's an aspect of personal renewal that the individuals on the project get. There's an aspect of organisational benefit to their host companies, and then there's the collective benefit that the team gets out of making something happen that is meaningful to different communities. And that multi-level benefit is something that is so rewarding for us to contribute to.